Lesson 6, Graphing Parabolas in Factored Form. So first, to just review our possible number of intercepts, you could have 0, you can have 1 where it touches the line, or you could have 2. And factored form is y equals a, x minus x1, and x minus x2. And x1 and x2 are our factors. So for the first example, we are going to determine the x and y intercepts from the function 2x squared plus 14x plus 12. So first, let's find our y-intercept because that is very easy. So y equals this. We'll make it x equals 0. So y equals 2 times 0 squared plus 14 times 0 plus 12. So our intercept is 12 for our y. So 0, 12. Our x-intercept we have to factor. So first we're going to see if we can divide out a common term. We can. It's 2. So divide by 2, we have x squared plus 7x plus 6. Now we are going to find two terms that add up to make 7 and multiply to get 6, and it's 6 times 1. Because a is 1, we can go straight to brackets. So x plus 6, x plus 1. So here is our factored form. Now we need to determine what our intercepts are. So what you're going to do is you're going to set each term equal to 0. So x plus 6 equals 0 and x plus 1 equals 0. Then you're going to solve for x. So x equals negative 6 and x equals negative 1. So our x-intercepts are negative 1 and 0 and negative 6 and 0. Now we want to graph. So we already know that our factored form was 2 bracket x plus 6, x plus 1. We already know that our x-intercepts are negative 6 and 0 and negative 1 and 0. We also know that our y-intercept is 0, 12. We know that a is positive, so it opens up. And we want to find our vertex. So to find our vertex, we're going to take our we have our 2x intercepts with the y's the same, so we're going to add together our x's and divide by 2, and we should get negative 7 over 2, which is negative 3.5. And now we're going to find our y value by plugging it into our formula. So 2 times negative 3.5 times plus 6 times negative 3.5 plus 1, which is 24. Oh. Or you can put it into your original equation. It doesn't matter. We can do both. Let's just do the first one. So we have 2 times negative 3.5 squared plus 14 times negative 3.5 plus 2. And by 2 I mean 12, because our original equation is 2x squared plus 14x plus 12. There we go. And this makes negative 24.5 minus 49 plus 12, which is negative 12.5. So our vertex is negative 3.5 comma negative 12.5. So we have enough information to graph. So we're going to go up by negative 1s. So our axis of symmetry is negative 3.5. So negative 1, 2, 3.5. So draw your dashed line at negative 3.5. Please use a straight edge. We know our vertex is at negative 12.5, so we're going to go down by 2s. 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So 12.5 is right there. Our x-intercepts are at 1 and negative 1, sorry. And we know our y-intercept is at positive 12. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And if it hits on this side, it'll be the same on the other side. Now all we have to do is connect the dots and be as careful as you can. And there is your parabola. F of x is equal to 2x squared plus 14x plus 12. And that's how you graph from factored form. Writing an equation from a graph is pretty easy to put it into factored form. So first you have to find your intercepts. So we have one at negative 1.5 and 0, and we have another one at negative 0.5 and 0. We also need to know our vertex, which is at 1 and 0.5, negative 1. The only thing we don't know is this a. So in order to find a, we need to have our two intercepts and a point. So because of our intercepts, we have an x1 and x2. We're also going to use a point x comma y to find x and y. So x1 would be our intercept, so negative 1.5. x2 would be negative 0.5. We're going to use our point of our vertex at negative 1 and 0.5. So x is negative 1, y is 0.5. So we're going to plug all of this in to this generic formula. So y is 0.5 is equal to a, negative 1 minus 1.5 times negative 1 minus negative, I missed negative signs, sorry. Negative 1 minus negative 1.5, so plus 1.5, and negative 1 plus 0.5. Now, the thing that we're looking for is a. We don't know a. So we're going to solve for a. So we're going to simplify in the brackets. So negative 1 plus 1.5 is 0.5. Sorry that I had to think about that. And negative 1 plus 0.5 is negative 0.5. And we have 0.5 on the other side. 0.5 times negative 0.5 is negative 0.25. Now we're going to divide by negative 0.25. So negative 2 is equal to a. So our last step is to plug in all of our final values and make our equation. So we have y equals negative 2, x minus a minus is a plus, and x plus 0.5. So here is an equation for this graph. Okay, example 4. The members of a church hold a fundraiser and sell plates of pierogies for $6. From previous fundraisers, they know that 120 plates can be sold at $6. But for every $1 increase, they'll have 10 fewer plates. We want to find the number that they should charge to raise as much money as possible. So what we're trying to find is the vertex, our maximum point. So let's let y equal our total revenue, and let's let x equal the number of price increases. So every increase in $1, they lose 10 plates. So y is going to be equal, so our revenue is the cost, so $6 plus however many increases they have. So this is going to be the cost. And the number of plates, well, we start with 120, but every time we have an increase of price, we lose 10 people, not persons. So minus 10 people per increase. So this is our function. So it's already in factored form. So what we need to do is we need to find our intercepts. So 6 plus x equals 0, and 120 minus 10x equals 0. So minus 6 from both sides, so x is equal to negative 6, minus 120 from each side. So we have negative 10x is equal to negative 120, and divide by negative 10, and x is equal to 12. So our two intercepts are negative 6 and 0, and 12 and 0. So now we're going to find our vertex. So vertex, we take our 2x values, so negative 6 plus 12, and divide it by 2, which is 6 divided by 2, which is 3. We're going to plug in a 3, so y is equal to 6 plus 3 times 120 minus 10 times 3, which is 6 plus 3 is 9. 120 minus 30 is 90, and 9 times 90 is 810. So our vertex is 3, 810. So we're going to factor this, and we'll go up by hundreds on the y-axis, but we'll go up by ones on the x-axis. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, negative 2, negative 4, negative 6. We know our axis of symmetry is at our vertex, so x equals 3. You can't really see that I drew that in, so draw in your dotted line. We know our vertex is at 810, so 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, and 10 is about right there. Our intercepts are at positive 12, 6, 8, 10, which is somewhere over here, and negative 6. Well, let's go up by 2's on the x-axis then, maybe. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So our axis of symmetry would be a little bit over then, right there. So 12 and negative 6, 2, 4, 6. So all you do is draw a line down through your x-intercepts, and our vertex is our maximum value, so they can sell it for 3 price increases. So the price is 6 plus 3, so 9. So they should sell their pierogies for $9 to earn a profit of $810.